More F125 League Racing. This time it's World Online Racing, WOR, and we are here for the race where the one stop versus the two stop is going to be the main dilemma of this video, because the one stop is extremely tight for tyre wear. The two stop, you have to go qualifying laps every single lap. So it's really, really close, and both strats kind of work. So for this one, we're here at Mexico. Now, before we jump into the qualifying and talk about what's going to happen, let's quickly talk about the previous episode at Jeddah. The complete opposite of today. I've done a lot of practice today for this one. I've really put the time in to be sharp and quick. Last episode, unfortunately, I was busy. Something crept up last minute. I wasn't able to practice and I had to drive to survive. So go check it out. Video in the top right. Go watch it. For this one though, I'm hoping to do better. And like I said, I'm sharp. I'm ready. So let's see how we do, guys. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe. Let's try and smash 1,000 likes. And let's begin with qualifying. Hoping to get on pace right away. Let's get to it then. Banker lap about to begin. Let's see what we can try and manage in this one. Right, let's do it. Didn't mean to press overtake there. Accidentally stopped it. A little bit out of sync in regards to DRS to ERS use there over the pit straight, which is when I kind of turn it off. But either way, underway for the lap. Now we're looking to hopefully get settled in and get a reasonable banker. Oh, back ends all over the shop. Fighting the car though pretty heavily through the first three corners as we make our way towards turn 4, which feeds into turn 5, a little left-right chicane combo. It's not a great first sector, to be honest. 0.9. Yeah, it's a little bit scruffy so far. Apparently it's purple, but I don't know how much to read into that one. Either way, pushing on so far. A little bit better there through the turn 5, turn 6 hairpin into the S's. Really just throwing the car in and leaning on the curbs as we try to get basically the line as straight as possible. A little bit loose, it's scruffy. The idea is to try and just straight line them S's, as we are apparently purple also in the middle sector. So it's a bit of a wild lap. You never know, one of these ones could actually be quite decent, so it doesn't have to be pretty, but it may well be effective. So into the last corner, now onto the start finish, tight line. Oh, back end fine. Right, good start. Not bad, not bad. I'll take that. That was a pretty average first sector, so that's a good start. So there we go. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and we moved to P1 eventually.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Pau Viegas moved to P1, or under Spanish pronunciation, Balbieras got first place, and yeah, we're gonna have to try and get that back. So already up by a fraction, just a cleaner run with battery and DRS that I'm straight not messing up like last time. We get a really nice run through turns 1, 2, 3, which is exactly where I thought the time was, and suddenly we are nearly 2/10ths up, so it's a really strong start. Sector 1, we're up on power by 2 to 3 hundredths, which is okay. First sector 27.8 is decent. I have done I think 0.7s if I'm not mistaken, or very low 8s, so it's on the money in terms of what I can do, in terms of my best first sector. Now though, into the middle sector, into the S's, a little bit of grass, maybe not ideal, trying to recover some lost time. Ooh, bit of a wobble, lost all the time. Damn it. A little slide just cost us quite badly there. So into sector 3, we slide away into this right-hander, now into the Forasol. Big send into the hairpin. That was beautiful. Just on the brakes, kind of rotating the car. Good exit as well. And suddenly, we also nailed the exit. We have a brilliant end. Great end to the lap. Really good final sector that was. That was, must have been a personal best final sector. Okay, that's a personal best first sector and a personal best sector 3. That's my quickest first and last. The middle was a bit meh. So yeah, definitely, even if we just do the one from the first run, 1.4 tenths quicker, that gives us a very low 0.9. So yeah, I'd say that's about right. Right, here we go then. Final run in qualifying. Can we get pole? Can we convert? There's no point for pole in WOR. There is a point for pole in PSGL. So let's see how this all works out. We know what the time is. It's in sector 2. So let's try and put it together. Towards turn 1 then. Brake on the curb. Down to 4th. Or actually 3rd. Try and open up this turn 2 to get a really nice line as we bump over the curbs. Not ideal. Probably a bit too much curb through turn 3. And we are down as a result. So we are a little bit slower in sector 1. It's not a lot though. We're still in the fight. Into turn 4. We flick the steering wheel in. Then through 5. Good rotation. And we recover some of that time as we also go in very early into the hairpin. And we managed to keep the speed which is important. So we're pretty much level as we now throw the car into the S's. We keep it on a much tighter line, and we find that time that we lost before. No sliding, and suddenly we're at 10th up, heading into Sector 3. The issue is I nailed this before, so it's going to take something special to match it, and so far we're on the money. The hairpin wasn't as good. It's losing a little bit on the exit. It's all going to come down to the last corner. Aggressive, bit of oversteer, which just cost us a little bit. To the line we go. Oh, just crept the 13. Whew. Damn. I've never heard of this guy before. Don't know where he's come from. I was nowhere near that. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't to be. We just missed out on pole position to Belvieras. To be fair, I say just missed out. He put a 10th and a half on us. So, fair play. Absolutely unbelievable lap from him. And yeah, I think even on my absolute best lap, we weren't beating that. So, I can't really be mad about it. Can't really fault it. It was flawless from him. Great performance. And yeah, from my side, happy with that one. That was almost a personal best. Or I think a personal best for me, give or take. I think I could have done like a 0.8, but you know, we lost a little bit in that last sector, which is a shame. Either way, it didn't affect us. Job done, front row, and that's exactly what you want. So that's qualifying. Now we're going to get to the race. And as I mentioned in the intro, it's a 1v2 stop race. Very tight, very marginal. So execution is key, and that could be a decisive factor in this one. So we're going to see what happens. Either way, let's get to the race. We just need to probably suffer a bit in the first stint. You could pit anywhere between lap 10 to 16, really. The hard tyre is a C2. It's very hard, so it will go a long time. We'll see. I'm going to try and manage my mediums in the first stint as best as I can. I've got a feeling this guy might be quite quick in P1, but undercut's got to be huge. But you really suffer here with tyre overheating and rear tyres at the end of the stint, so you've got to kind of get the compromise right. Well, starts been decent lately. Let's try and get another one. Here we go then. Can we get another good start? We go to the lights at Mexico, and it's a good reaction. And we get alongside straight away with the V car, but we're now in a drag race scenario down towards turn 1. So we're going to see, it looks like he's just got a little bit of an edge as we basically, I'm not trying to overtake him anymore. I'm trying to just mark and cover the track. We've got the Alpine here of Jonas Adam looking for the pass. He gets a nice little switchback here and sets me up out of turn 3. So we are under pressure heading towards turn 4, turn 5. Pal's recharging, so we can't brake too late to not otherwise avoid contact. The Alpine goes round the outside, but we go straight underneath with a textbook switchback. Beautiful execution there. He's still on the outside, but we get the better traction on the exit here. Nice try, mate. Good effort. Really well done. Beautiful switchback, and we hold on to that second place, and that is critical. So Pal sets the tone out front, and then we're going to basically just be kind of assessing everything over these first few laps. Of course, we're all still in a long train, 18 car grid today, and we'll see after a few laps what the race looks like. The first thing we need to test here is the straight line speed levels and the wing levels to see exactly what we're working with in this one and what the plan is going to be throughout the entire 35 laps that are left in this one.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Right, now we get to see everybody's wings. We'll be moving up to 57 bias soon. Oh, what the f was that? Hello? Didn't know Kai was racing in this. Jesus Christ. Not sure what happened there. I think either Myth or Jonas, who was battling with us in the Alpine, I think he's actually dropped down. So it must have been him who maybe got damage or got contact. Not sure. Either way, we're now going to challenge Pau on lap 3. But you can see we're barely braking and getting alongside by the end of that huge pit straight. Now, the reason for that is because his wings are very low. I don't get why you'd fight this hard, but cool. Let's just work together here to try and stretch the pack out. That's what I would do, but you can see Pal's not keen on working together, so we are being full, and that's fair enough. Never mind, I guess. I think he's got a bit less wing than me. How early do you want to brake, mate? Normally, you know, you kind of work together, relay, and try and stretch the pack and stretch the field, but I get the impression Pal's quite keen on keeping this race compact. Now, he makes a mistake at the last corner. He's a bit wide, so we're going to try and challenge here. Time trial merchant. This guy ahead. That's me reading my chat. That's what my chat is thinking. Maybe this guy's a bit of a time trial merchant. Maybe Not so great racecraft, but we do eventually get by this time on lap 4 and move into P1. Overheating has begun on the left rear, so now we begin the real Mexican Grand Prix. Wouldn't mind a little bit of battling so the train breaks up. I also don't want to be the guy pulling the entire time because you can overheat your tyres more being the car in front. It's easier to manage your temps when you're the one behind. Don't have to push as hard because the DRS does the work for you. Now that is very important data, okay? Remember that throughout this entire race because that does affect how you approach this. Now, Powell moves back up. I did enough here to stop Myth from getting by. Myth's in a battle here with Victor Garcia in the Merc. Ooh, slide, hello. A little bit too wide there. That AstroTurf is so RNG sometimes. Wow. P3's in already. Let me work with you, bro. We can drop the cars behind. Come on. Just let me go in front. Let's relay. We can drop these guys behind. Come on. Read the race. P3 just boxed. Gave us a massive gap. Now, I didn't get this phase. Powell kept on making it hard for me and didn't want to work. Like, you can race, that's fair enough, but it makes no logical sense. We can drop everyone out of DRS range already on lap 8. I feel like he's dropping back to help P3 there. I could be wrong. So you just saw how he made that hard for me to pass, and you saw there as well how he kind of dropped off to give Victor Garcia DRS. Now he moves back up again, and you're going to see this gap is actually going to go over a second as we actually managed to put the hurt on Victor and kind of drop him a little bit. He made a bit of a mistake here at the hairpin. Not sure if Lennart tried to overtake him or something, but the gap suddenly went over a second, and we've managed to basically drop him out of DRS range. But now, this kind of reaffirmed in my mind what Powell was doing. You don't normally do this, I think anyway. I'm getting the feeling he's trying to back me up into his teammate. I just get the feeling. Could be wrong. I was on me for outbraking myself, but he's braking just so early sometimes. So I'm glad Lennart went for the move.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
So I'm a little bit confused because I don't think Powell's a full-time driver. I think he's a reserve. Victor Garcia is a full-time driver, so I understand, obviously, it's in his interest. So, yeah, either way, we did manage to snap the DRS and break him. Victor dropped back to 3.2 seconds, by the way. Oh, hello, someone lost it. Merc. I think he made another mistake as well there, so lost even more time now.
In this lap, push now.
Right. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So we go one more lap to try and have a little bit of an overcut over Powell on tyre difference, and this was quite tough. No boards, not great. Right, need a good stop, come on. We got the double DRS down the pit straight and the second straight after turn 3. I wanted to get an overcut because the longer you go, the less you have to tyre save in the second stint, and that seems to be my kind of game plan in recent league races. Now, we're going to rejoin quite a way behind Powell, it seems. He actually got a big undercut.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Lennart had a moment, possibly. Lennart's not there. Like, I thought Lennart would be with Powell because Lennart boxed, I think, the lap before that. Okay, this guy again. Jonas from lap 1 reappears, and he actually put a huge lunge into turn 1 where he overtook Lennart and ended up dive bombing me. So I had to kind of get out of it and leave some room. And now we're under pressure from him as he goes around the outside. It's a carbon copy of the first lap as we try for the exact same move. Damn it, parked it this time. Okay, just go, mate. Just go. You got a pen. Crack on, mate. I ain't got to panic. We're catching the car ahead. I mean, he's probably saving tyres, the car ahead, but that's my guess, is what he's doing. So it wasn't quite lap 1 carbon copy. We couldn't get the switch back because obviously we're on cold hard tyres. He was on warm hard tyres. He had more grip. So all good. I took a couple laps to basically settle into this stint. Now, Powell is 2.3 seconds up the road. Jonas was actually pretty quick. He was running at a good pace. He's got a pen, but he's fast. And he actually did a bit of heavy lifting to close the gap to Villegas up ahead. Damn it. I'm overdoing it. Oh my god, what an idiot. What an idiot. I then actually went full send. I took, the relay, I went ahead, moved up, and I got a stupid double warning as Victor Garcia leaves the session in the pit, so he's in trouble, and he's out of this race. So Powell has no more teammate to work for in the terms of, AMR, not in terms of the in-game team, of course, I'm referring. That's a warning for him. Obviously, they're in different teams. He's in a V-Carb, Victor's in a Merc, but in terms of their clan, in terms of their esports team, they are on the same team. So Powell's on his own, and we're going to try and beat him. We did get back into DRS. I did use my tyres a little bit on those few laps, trying to work back in, but to be fair, Powell wasn't pushing too hard. We caught back up, and now we're kind of in that managing phase again. So there's something starting to happen at this point. He's so close to a pen, bro. He keeps running wide there. Maybe he's saving it by backing out, but he's flirting with it. Now, you may have noticed before, Myth boxed end of lap 7 super early, as Sinan now boxes as well. Keep an eye on that. Right, so you've got that McLaren up there in P2, of course, box lap 8 super early. So he's got a decent gap, we're going to have to catch him. Oh wow, yeah, he's 2-stopping. McLaren 2 stops. Right, so race is back to what it was. Gabriel Pinto also 2-stopping. So those two are working together on the 2-stop strat. Still a long way to go in this race. I want to work with this guy, but he doesn't want me to. He's just holding me up on all the straights. I just need a really good exit and be really close through the last corner. So we're going to try and move up on Powell because the race pace has been slow in general. It's been a very slow race over 24 laps. Like that. See, I don't get this logic. We need to work together, bro. Cars behind are catching. And this is now critical. The 2-stoppers are a legitimate threat. So we have to move up. Mate, his straight line speed's nuts. So high. My god, I only just made it. I'm not saving anymore now because the guys on the 2-stop are actually going to arrive. So we need to push. Guys behind are too close now. We can't start experimenting, so we just got to firm it and do what we've got to do. If I run out of strong pace, they should struggle to get past from this point on. If we lower the pace, they'll move up easily. So just need to make it hard for them to get through. At this point, I could accept the P2 if I beat Lennart, to be honest. I just don't want the 2-stoppers catching. We're just going to have to play this one the old-fashioned way and just try and manage it on the last lap down the pit straight, I think. That's how we're starting to stack up now. We are going to finish quite marginal, I think. But it is what it is. The V-Carb didn't want to work on me at any point during this entire race. So he opted to not let me buy it. Didn't want to relay DRS, so now I'm going to do the same thing. Then let's put in a shift in, holding on at the minute. This is great. Then blowing up right now would be about ideal, hopefully. The cars behind struggle to pass the guy in P2 because of his straight line speed. That's what I'm banking on here. So all of that to basically say the 2-stoppers have arrived and it's now an open fight. I can get enough recharge for this straight. Now, I made a decision long time ago, like 10 laps ago, that I was going to get past Powell for the last time. And basically, I want to manage this race myself from the front. That's the best place for me to be. And I done it from lap 27 to lap 35, basically. I was doing simulations for this lap right here. I was constantly seeing how much battery I could charge through the lap whilst keeping a gap, and then seeing how good my traction can be out the last corner. And you can see now all that research over those laps whilst analysing everybody else's races has come to fruition. We hold the lead into turn 1 down that huge straight versus the V-Car, who's very quick on the straights. We get a great exit out of turn 3. We've got a 3/10 margin, which is just enough. We're going to take an early apex here to kind of just disencourage any moves, which Power did try and got wrong. So Myth on the 2-stop on the fresher tyres moved up. Gabriel Pinto in P4 also on the 2-stop is in 4th right there as well. So suddenly those 2-stoppers have arrived. Lennart is P5, of course, a championship leader, I believe. So it's really mixed up, the 1 versus the 2-stop. We just need to basically use every bit of the battery here down there straight. We've got half a second over Myth, and I think we're going to be just fine. We make a small brake bias adjustment to not rear lock into this Forest hairpin, and we take an early apex as a precautionary measure. Gabriel Pinto with a dive on Powell. They're battling behind, but we hold it, manage it well. we study that for the last 10 laps, and we execute. Let's fucking get it. Come on. Beautiful. What a fucking race. Let's fucking go. Woo. That was managed. Calculated, baby. Come on. Whew. Let's fucking get it. Well, there we go. Absolutely fantastic race, and that win means a lot to me for many reasons, some of which I won't broadcast here, but very special day, very special win for me. And yeah, win number 2 on this game now. I've now got 1 in PSGL, 1 in WOR, and we're looking pretty good. And to be fair, I'm going to be honest, I've been very strong, I think, all game long in league racing so far. And even though we're moving up in the tiers and getting promoted, we're staying strong and we're getting better. So very, very happy with that. And I get my just reward today with a win, which gets us right back in the mix for the championship. I don't know if we're going to be second. It's going to be close to Rasenberg. I'm looking at my screen right now, but I'm streaming. I don't actually have the results on me right now. I'm recording this live after the race itself, so I don't fully know, but I'm going to guess based off what I can see here, it's going to be pretty close. It seemed like Powell, who finished P2, got some sort of a glitch penalty, so I don't know if that's going to stay or get removed, and if he finishes P2 or P10, it could all change a little bit. So yeah, the key thing is we outscore Lennart, the championship leader, and that is a massive, massive result. Beautiful strat, beautiful execution, and everything worked out perfectly. So guys, that deserves a like. Let's try and smash 1,000 likes for that race win, and subscribe for more, guys. And again, I live stream every single one of these league races, guys. On Monday nights, we do WOR. On Thursday nights, we do PSGL. Those links will be down below, guys, in the description for my other social medias for you guys to go check out. In the meantime, I'll stop waffling. I appreciate all of you watching, guys. A massive shout out to my channel members, as always. Check out the 2 videos on screen. I'll see you guys next time. Grazie e ciao ciao.